Hi there. This is Mackenzie, and I am here to film a little question and answers video for fun. Why not? I had a couple people give me some really good questions, so I thought that they were pretty, like a nice mix of serious and silly, so I am going to answer those. And I'm drinking some tea. I just took a shower. I've had a long day. Oh my goodness, my tea is really hot, hot, hot. Anyways, I've had a long day. Took a shower. It's kind of early. It's like 8 something. But I need to go to bed early. So I am going to film this and then probably read. I'm reading Untamed by Glennon Doyle. I'm just going to add that as my first question in the question and answer, but Untamed by Glennon Doyle. I do recommend it. So far it's been really insightful and, kind of inspiring. A little bit of like a self-help book, but also kind of autobiography, But I find it really good, kind of like how to deprogram yourself from the ways like society programs you, kind of how to become untamed, right? So today I am sipping on a little green tea. That's very nice. This is my little tea mug with the gold handle, and it has a little steeper that I just took out and a lid. So it's a nice little tea set. I got it from my godmother. And if you noticed, I have a couple band-aids on my hand. This is my second question that nobody asked me. I'm just going to answer. But I got a cat bite. Unfortunately, my cat did that, which is kind of sad. But I picked him up after he was really jacked up because of the mailman. And I just thought he looked so cute. I was overwhelmed with love. I picked him up and he bit really hard. I don't know if you can tell, but my hand is pretty swollen and red. I'm on an antibiotic. So, yes, kind of crazy the last couple days. So I'll just get into my questions. I wrote them down in my journal. So I will flip to that page. I journal pretty regularly, probably at least once a week, if not more. So it just depends on what kind of week I'm having, but at least once, probably more typically 2 times. And then if I'm having a real low-key week and I have extra time, then I will journal probably 3 or more times, but probably most of the time 2, always 1. Okay, so first question is, what are my goals for this YouTube channel? And I'm just doing this on the spot, you guys, so no premeditated answers here. And my goals for this YouTube channel, I honestly don't have any. I guess my goal is just to do it for fun and see how it goes. And do it as long as it remains fun for me and restorative for me. And once it becomes something that's not fun or not restorative, I'll probably take a break. But I don't have really any goals. I'm more curious. Than anything. So, what first got me into ASMR? What first got me into ASMR? I think I've kind of experienced ASMR since I was in high school. I used to always put on QVC to take naps, and especially the jewelry QVC episodes. And I had one host who I still remember in particular. Her name was Lisa Mason, and if you go on YouTube and search that, there are people who have just compiled a bunch of Lisa Mason clips, and it's like a whole ASMR thing because she just has such a great voice. So that was probably my first experience. And then also just in high school and in college, certain professors, I would find myself stroking my arm and slowly falling asleep in class due to their voice. Trying to think. But anyways, I found it relaxing, and then I really got into it and realized that there was a community when I was in college, and I just kind of was struggling to sleep because I lived in a dorm and was just always overstimulated and couldn't really settle down from the day. So that's when I got into it for real. Okay, who are my favorite ASM artists? So, probably the ASM artist that I've listened to the most in my life is Whispers Unicorn. Ashley Whispers Unicorn. She's just like the OG for me. I would only watch her videos for the longest time. Yeah, so she was my OG. I also used to love ASMR or Rhett. But neither of them really make any YouTube videos anymore. So I've had to branch out. And currently I really like Grace V. And I like her sister Mads as well, but Grace V is a little bit more my style. So, she's my current favorite probably. I watch some other random ones, but I've gotten so much better at sleeping. It's a little bit more, I just watch when I need to take a nap, like a 30-minute nap. I'm pretty good at that. After work or before I'm going to my tennis lessons or something like that I have at night. And if I want a 30-minute nap, I'll put on Grace V, her room tour, that always does it for me. I'll put on any of ASMR Red's videos. I really liked Whispers Unicorn. Oh my god, the one I loved was when she read this short little book of How to Be Happy. So she read that, and then she just talked about it, and I found it so relaxing. I watched that probably 1,000 times. Okay. So my wisdom teeth experience. What a fun question. Was it fast to fall asleep? Oh yeah. Oh yes. They put that anesthesia in you, or for me, and they have you count down, right? And I remember I've had anesthesia a few times, but yeah, I think all of them they've had me count down. It's like 10, 9, 8, 7, and it starts becoming really hard to count, and like you're gone. And then the next thing you know, you're waking up or realizing that you're awake. But my wisdom teeth experience really wasn't too bad. I had all 4 pulled. I was in college, and so I did it over like a summer break or something, so that I could be home. But when I came to from anesthesia, I was in kind of like a sassy mood, and I was like very distrustful of my mom. And so I did not believe that she was paying attention to the doctor when they were going through like follow-up care. And I was like, no, you need to write this down. And I just like didn't believe anything she said. And then she made the mistake of stopping at the pharmacy to get my medication on the way home instead of going straight home. And I shouldn't say that that was a mistake. I did not respond well to it. And I was pissed. I was so pissed. Like, just beyond. And then I started getting on my phone, and I've got all this media and messages I was sending. Because I'm still a little under the influence, but yeah, not good. Not good. But my recovery really was not bad, so I didn't get dry sockets. I recovered pretty quickly. I was just really sassy and distrustful of my mother. So, okay. Favorite movies? Well, I love a rom-com. I love a romantic comedy. I love The Holiday. That is such a classic. I watch it every year during the winter. I love Little Women. The new one. I don't think I've ever watched the original, but the one with I don't even know the actors. Laura Dern is the mom, but that I just love that. That's such a comfort movie for me. Just feels like a safe space. But I love all the Harry Potter movies. I just watched their like 20-year reunion special on HBO. That was very good. Made me want another movie. Or something like it. Something to get behind, like Harry Potter. It was just so monumental, you know? It was such a moment in time. So, I like that a lot. And I'm just blacking out. I like To All the Boys I Loved Before on Netflix, all 3 of them. such a fulfilled a lot of my teen desires. I don't know. It's like a little teenage dream of a movie. But I don't know. I just watched American Psycho for the first time. It was a pretty good movie. I wouldn't say it's a favorite, but it was interesting. Oh, I love The First Wives Club. It's a good 90s movie. What is that one? 10 Things I Hate About You. She's All That. I mean, I love those kind of 90s rom-coms. That's my style. I like a rom-com. Okay. Favorite subject at school? Favorite subject? I would say okay. I'm obviously tired. I always liked my favorite subjects were psychology, sociology, and that's what I studied in college, so it makes sense. But of your general classes, I liked English. I always liked English. I like to read. I like literature. I like discussing literature. I don't mind grammar and vocabulary. That was cool. I did like science classes too. Just depending. I didn't like chemistry, but I liked biology. I had a really good physics teacher, so that was cool. And that was it. I mean, I didn't really love school, but I didn't hate it. I just school's so blasé to me. Or you know what it was? I didn't care a ton about academics. It was kind of like here or there for me. Like, I wanted to do a decent job, but just blasé. I cared more about the social dynamics, I would say. So I think that's what I focused on more rather than school, maybe. So yeah, I don't know. Besides psychology and sociology, none of them do a ton for me, but I did like English and I did like biology and physics. Alright, did I play any sports? I danced kindergarten through high school. I was on my high school dance team, and I did competition dance at my studio. So that was my main sport. I tried other sports when I was younger. I played tennis and soccer in middle school for my school. I was on the C team for all of it. I mean, it was not good. So dance was my main sport. What socks do I wear, and are they matching? What a fun question. I'm actually very particular about my socks. I only buy one brand. I order them on Amazon. You might be able to buy them other places. I just order on Amazon when I feel like I'm getting low. But they are the K-Bell brand. Maybe I can show you. I'll see what I can do. Got an injured hand. But yeah, I'm very particular, and so because I only buy one brand of socks, they are always matching. So there you go. Pro tip. can stick with it. You'll never be mismatched. I just took this off my foot. So there's a little box. And it says KB in the little box, which I think is nice and minimalist looking. And they fit really good. And they're nice and low. So they don't show in tennis shoes very much. But yeah, they hug your foot nice. Perfect thickness. You know, not too thin. So they don't move around a lot, but not too thick, so I don't feel like I'm wearing big fuzzy socks or anything like that. They're just, my foot's used to them now too, so yeah. My dream job. Such heavy hitting questions. My dream job. Well, I always say my dream job would be to be an author. And also, like, flip a house, like be a house flipper. My dream job would be to kind of have multiple hustles. I think that does something for like the ADHD in me, not just doing one thing. But yeah, I'd like to flip a house. It's a dream of mine. I'd like to be a dog walker. I'd like to just volunteer full time. Just volunteer with the Boys and Girls Club, Harvesters, the hospital, Big Brothers Big Sisters, I don't know, Save Inc., Ability KC, the whole person. These are all places in Kansas City, but just volunteer, and then be an author. So those are my dreams. What countries do I want to visit? I want to visit all countries. I have not done a lot of traveling in my life, and that is something that I would like to change. I would definitely love to visit Italy and France and Greece. I would love to visit Chile and Peru, Costa Rica, Australia. It's probably my top list right now. Alright, this is a real good one. Safest way to catch a bear on the loose in a neighborhood. Okay, so you've got a bear that's on the loose in a neighborhood. Safest way to catch it. I think animal control is going to have to set some sort of lure trap up, right? Because I don't think we can just go shooting in a neighborhood. I don't think we want to shoot a bear. I don't know. Let's try to catch it without shooting it. You obviously just don't want to chase after it. So I think you have to set up a trap. I think animal control has to find a nice, tasty, I don't know what bears eat, a bag of garbage. Something that a bear's gonna like. And set it up kind of away from the neighborhood. Like if there's like a nearby forest or an empty lot or somewhere that's like less populated. And so you set that up, and then you set a net down right in front of it. And when the bear goes to get the food, you pull the net somehow. or you catch it the way they do it. I don't know. Kind of wrap it up, lasso the bear up. But I think it's gonna have to be, you're gonna have to use some trickery, not force. We're gonna work smarter, not harder, to catch this bear. Alright, my biggest fear. Oh gosh. Well, my biggest fear is dying. So, anything that would lead me to death, I'm scared of. I'm scared of hospitals, even though I know they help you, but they remind me of dying. I'm scared of heights. I'm scared of tornadoes. I'm scared of, somebody robbing my house. I'm scared of guns in general, honestly. I'm scared of, diseases, major diseases freak me out. Getting my blood drawn freaks me out. I have a ton of medical anxiety. So, okay. Do I play video games? I do not. I play one game on my phone. It's called Two Dots. It's a comfort game for me. And then my last question here is biggest accomplishment or biggest achievements in life so far. And I would say, and I've got a couple. I bought a house, and that was a huge achievement for me. I still really can't believe that I own a home, and I still feel like I'm, one appliance breaking away from bankruptcy. So I'm sure I'm not, but, there's a little bit of added pressure being a homeowner for some reason to me. So, but definitely being a homeowner is an achievement for me. And I have my master's degree, and I have a clinical licensure, so I have my LCSW, and that's a master's in social work, and then I did 2 years of supervision, and I passed 2 big exams, and now I have my clinical licensure. So that is an accomplishment for sure. It was a lot of hard work, 8 years in total to be fully clinically licensed. So yeah, 8 years, crazy. So that's really awesome. I work for a school district. So I'm a school social worker, and I used to be a contract therapist at the same school within the school district, but I worked for a nonprofit, and I had my school request from the district that they hire me as their school social worker, and that is also such an honor and achievement. So yeah, those are top of mind achievements. I'm sure I have other achievements that people don't really think about, right? But I've gone to therapy myself. That's an achievement. I struggle with anxiety, so it's an achievement every day that I manage my anxiety and improve it and address it and not avoid it. But that's that, and that is a little bit about me. I'm gonna hit the 30 mark. Amazing, right on time. But I hope you guys have a great night, and I hope this gave you some soothing, some relaxing moments, because we all are busy and we all do a lot of work all day, and I'm proud of you, keep on keeping on.